What is going on, everybody? My name is ZealetPrince, and welcome back to yet another reaction video. And today we're finishing up with the Victor Tanzig reactions of Stories of Sodor Season 6. Admittedly, I have not recorded anything as of this point since the last Hell of a Boss video that came out quite recently. So it's been a while. Reason being, I haven't really sat down long enough to do any kind of recordings whatsoever, but at this moment in time, I have some time on me, so we're going to be finishing up, and if I have more time after finishing up the rest of Season 6, I'll be recording a bunch of other things, and I will be moving on to the last uploaded video from Daylight 3 about the forest horrors? I forgot what it was called off the top of my head. Because that video in of itself is over 2 hours long, and then the next video after that is like an additional 2, maybe 3 hours. Oh boy, those are gonna be very long recording sessions. But we're not here to talk about those. We'll finish up the rest of season 6. So we're gonna be starting with where we left off, because the last one we left off was the losses. Today we're gonna do Arlesdale, and then we'll continue the rest of the series from there. So we will be starting in 3, 2, 1, boom. Because I have not seen any of the clips from this, because usually when I react to one of these episodes,
Forest type is the most powerful vehicle on land.
like a theory video or something, or an analyst video follows to, and I see it and I recommend it, but I haven't seen
the power
anything,
behind
so
the docks, industries, and branch lines that
so
make up the world-renowned Northwestern Railway. These are the stories of Sodor.
Still can't believe there's a Garrett. It is a Garrett, right? Because I've seen 2 different models over the last few years. Why does... I forgot his name. One of the narrow gauge engines, I forgot his name. Oh my god, he looked very different in the background. If you go into the background of the scene with Scarloey and everybody else, he looks very different. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. And there's
Is that Buttercup? Yep, she's finally been sold. I can't...
Is that the same cow I was talking about in the last video? The same one that was just in the background.
Say I'm sad to see her go.
Why is that? Is she troublesome? Think of it this way. In another life, her name would have been Houdini. Are you saying she's an escape artist?
Oh yes, she always found a way to get out of her paddock.
And then she'd mosey on down to the track and start grazing. I can't count the number of times we've been held up by her. Stupid bloody cow. I pity the poor sod who bought her. Who was it?
The Higgins farm. Higgins, near Marbrook.
You know them?
The MSR used to run by that place. It's been in the same family for generations. On market day, we take their cattle down to Allsburg.
Funny you should mention Allsburg. I was there yesterday and saw some men working on the old transfer yard.
What were they doing? Allow me to answer that. But before I do, I apologize for not talking about this sooner. We wanted to make sure everything was finalized before making any announcements.
Who's we, sir?
Myself, Sir Handel, and the former operators of Boxford. When they discovered the mine was running dry, they started poking around the island hoping to find another source of stone, which they did, at Arlesdale.
Wasn't that on the MSR too?
It was. Our main sheds and workshop were located there next to the station. Well, the mine they plan to build will be on the other side of the town, and they want us to service it.
How are we? Wait a minute. Allsburg is less than 6 miles from Arlesdale. Sir, are you about to say we're reopening the Mid-Sodor Railway?
Just between those 2 places. We'll also need to build an extension to the mine itself, and it won't be trading as the MSR. This subsidiary of ours will be called the Arlesdale Railway. Arlesdale Railway? I like that. Who's going to work on it, sir? None of you, I'm afraid, and not just because I need all of you here. As you might expect, nearly 20 years of neglect have left the line in a sorry state.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All the track will need to be replaced, and it would have been too expensive to use the same gauge. So we've had to go with something smaller. Smaller, sir?
Smaller? Wait, are they really smaller than the Mid-Sodor engines?
I don't believe it. Minimum gauge engines.
Wait, what are they?
I don't believe it. Minimum gauge engines. I never thought I'd ever see one, much less 3. All right, quit your gawking pipsqueak. We're not animals at the zoo. I don't know. You could pass for a monkey's uncle, and you could pass for a monkey's ass. You two should have your own comedy program on the television. Good idea. Rex and Mike's Happy Hour has a nice ring to it. Only if you called it Mike and Rex's Happy Hour. How about the Two Stooges? How about you sod off, old-timer? Language. I think it's English.
Oh, God.
Gentlemen, I must apologize for my colleague's uncouth behavior.
Don't worry, I know what it's like trying to keep impertinent scallywags in line.
Oh, yeah? How many of them were there back in the Cretaceous period?
None after I got through with them.
Damn.
Goodness, you're actually speechless. That's a first. Well done. Duke, is it? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Bert, and these two miscreants are Mike and Rex.
And this here is
Is Britt the oldest? Because I actually know absolutely nothing about the Arlesdale engines and their lore from the books. So is Britt the oldest? And is Mike the youngest? Please answer these in the comment section for me.
Nice to meet all of you.
I know
Welcome
nothing.
To Sodor.
Thank you. It is a thrill to be here. I'll say it'll be wonderful to start working again. Yes, Mr. Mannering told us your last railway closed. An industrial line, wasn't it? Indeed. We used to transport coal from the mines down to a transfer yard, but they shut down earlier this year. Sir Handel made our managers an offer, and here we are. Our condolences, by the way.
Thank you. We hope you enjoy your new home.
Which we understand used to be yours. Don't worry, we'll take good care of it, if we ever get there. Hey, Derek, what's the hold-up? I have to wait for the express to pass. Couldn't you just nip on out before it gets here? As a rescue engine, you'd be no stranger to going fast. Pay no attention to him, Chief. Rex has always had a reckless streak. I'm not reckless, I'm enthusiastic. And whenever you get overly enthusiastic, I always have to come to your rescue. We both have. I'm hoping you left your heedless tendencies behind. This is a fresh start for all of us. We would be wise to not waste it. Oh, don't you worry, Bert. I won't.
Is this accurate to their personalities too? From the books? You think I've no? Oh yeah. Also, one other thing I forgot to mention at the start of this video. I'm recording this the day after it was announced that Britt Allcroft passed away. She is one of the very reasons I ever got into Thomas. Not the books, but the TV show. In fact, I don't even know if you guys can see it. It's very well hidden over there. But you see, if you could see that blue blur right there at the tip of my finger, that's where my Thomas plushie is. I've had that ever since I was a kid. So that was technically the very first plushie I ever had in my life. Not the Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel character ones. Not even the Foxy plushie that's over there too. That Thomas plushie surpasses all of them. So can we, aside from talking from the plushies, a moment of silence for Britt Allcroft for a minute. Okay. Also, one other thing I never realized until I got older is that she was also the voice of Lady. Didn't know that. Then again, I never really knew who Britt Allcroft was as a child. So, learning about it more as an adult, going into the background of Thomas the Train, it's behind the scenes, it's creative development, everything else. Did not know that little bit of information. So, yeah, I just wanted to have that moment because I haven't really said anything about it on my YouTube channel or Twitter or anything at all. Just learned about it. So, yeah. So let's continue. Just wanted to have that moment. I also just got over being sick. If you hear me clear my throat every once in a while, it's just me getting over it. Is this guy drinking on the job? First time I've seen that model. He's been using a couple of different ones lately. Mike's stuck, and Rex is eating it up. Cow's back.
Stupid bloody cow. Fancy letting a thing like that out of its paddock. Apparently she has a knack for escaping. I'm just glad it was you who encountered her, and not a certain other fellow. What are you having a go at me for? I haven't had one accident since we got here, and I've never hit an animal my entire life. I would chalk that up to luck, which you shouldn't keep testing. The way you're constantly flying down the line, it's like you're trying to break the sound barrier. I just want to get this line up and running so we can get to the real work, which you won't see if you end up in pieces. You need to slow down, Rex, especially in this weather. The icy rails are bad enough, but the snow drifts could cause real problems. Only if you don't know how to handle them, which Rex seemingly did. He had this uncanny ability to make short work of every snowdrift he came across.
Without a cow catcher?
Plow. This became a source of entertainment for the locals. Every time he burst through a pile of snow, they would cheer. Indeed, the locals were very excited by the return of rail travel. In fact, they began asking if the ADR would be running passenger services. Originally, the answer was no, as it was intended to be an industrial line, but the sheer volume of requests caused Mr. Mannering to reconsider. Call me a monkey's uncle. I'm staggered by the demand. I may know the reason behind it, sir. The locals seem to think it would bring in a lot of tourism, and I'm kicking myself for not thinking about that. Guess that makes me a monkey's ass instead. So we are going to run passenger trains, sir? We'll give it a try and see how they go. Isn't that going to muck up the schedule, sir? No. The Christmas break is coming up soon, and work won't resume until after the new year, so it'll be the perfect time to run passenger trials. Perhaps we could offer a Christmas Day outing. That's a brilliant idea, Bert. If the initial trains do well, then we will. And what will we use for those trains, sir? Our trucks? I don't think the passengers will find those very comfy. And where will we run to?
True.
Not to mention we haven't touched the old stations since we didn't think we'd need them. Luckily for us, several volunteer groups have offered to fix up the stations. As for the route, it'll be between here and Marbrook, and I've ordered some coaches from the works. They should be here in 2 weeks. Oh, this is very exciting. We've never pulled coaches before. Ease up, Rex. They can't be that much different from trucks.
Oh, it is very different. 2 weeks later. There we go.
Ouch! I say, please be careful. What are you on about? I barely touched you. You called that barely? My word, I would hate to experience a forceful touch from you. Bust my buffers. Are all of you this delicate? Listen here, we are coaches. You can't just knock us about like we're filthy coal wagons. Forgive me, your majesty. I didn't realize you were as soft as a Christmas pudding. This one's a kind sort, isn't he, girls? Aye, truly lovely. Ugh, Lord give me strength. Calm down, Mike. Ladies, I apologize. Neither he nor I have any experience with coaches. At least you're polite. Is there any chance you could take us out instead? Sorry,
Nope.
but you pansies are stuck with me. Now come on. All right, don't fuss. And don't bump us. Oh, shut up.
And stuck. Already? That didn't take long.
Remind me, Mike, who are you always rescuing? Be quiet, will you? I'm sorry, Mr. Mannering. No, I shouldn't have thrown you into an unfamiliar job. I should have found a way to provide the necessary training. If it helps, sir, I did ask Gordon for advice when I saw him earlier. Well, it must have stuck. The passengers and the coaches sang your praises. Do I want to know what they said about me, sir? In short, nothing good. But don't lose heart. Follow Rex's example and ask the big engines for tips on taking coaches. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it in no time. No time sounds all right to me, sir. I don't think I could stomach pulling those snobs again. But I still expect you to. A successful railway is comprised of engines that are willing to do a variety of jobs, whether they like them or not. Understood, sir. I'll do better next time. Thank you. You're not scheduled to take coaches for another few...
Question, how is he able to control both railways, the Scarlet Railway and the Arlesdale? How can he be the controller of two? Or is there supposed to be somebody else that takes over? Hopefully I'll get the answer at the end of this video.
Days. I suggest you use that time to prepare. Rex, I believe you're up next. Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it, and I look forward to hearing how it goes. Good luck and good night. Don't feel bad, Mike. Some of us have it, some of us don't. You shouldn't boast, Rex. Your performance today might have been beginner's luck. Why are you so quick to say it's luck, Bert? Has it crossed your mind that maybe I'm just a good worker? I know you are, but if today's events have proven anything, it's that we need to be careful when handling passengers. Which I was. You heard the gov. Everyone sang my praises. Just don't let it go to your smoke box. Your recklessness tends to rear its head when that happens. Crikey, Rex, you're so steamed up I could drop your fire and you'd still keep going. Can you blame me? Bert seems to think I'm going to get these people killed. I wonder if he wants that to happen just so he can say, I told you so. He doesn't. He just wants to make sure you do a good job and you're safe about it. I can attest he's been both safe and professional. You have been most punctual too. Keep this up and maybe you'll become the railway's express engine. I like the sound of that. Let's just get back to Allsborough in one piece, all right? Will do.
Something's gonna go wrong. I don't know what it is, but something's gonna happen. He's going a bit fast, too. I mean, it's snowing. 50 miles? On this track? No drift.
Rex, I don't think you'll get through that. Oh, yes, I will. Rex? Aha! See? Nothing to it. Rex, look out!
Uh-oh.
Why didn't he just put the poor thing out of her misery? Because she's pregnant. He wants to try and save her and the calf. I can't believe it. First time I ever hit an animal and it's carrying a baby. And I wouldn't have hit the stupid bloody cow if I hadn't been so stupid bloody reckless. Don't blame yourself, Rex. Even if you were going too fast, that cow shouldn't have been there. I'm sure that'll be a huge comfort to Mr. Higgins if she snuffs it. I'll tell you what, these passenger trains seem like bad luck. Maybe we should ask the gov to get rid of them. Let's give it one more try. It'll be my turn tomorrow. If it ends in failure, I'll be right there with you. I'm pleased to say Bert didn't experience the same misfortune as his colleagues. Mike and Rex each decided to try again. However, the former still balked at taking coaches, while the latter was rather nervous. Rex was a lot more cautious with his trains afterwards, and he was rather morose for a time as he wondered how Buttercup was doing. Thankfully, she made a full recovery and stayed inside her paddock from then on. In fact, every time a train passed by, she turned away, and she made sure her calf followed her example. That Christmas, the Arlesdale Railway held a special event which would become a tradition for the line that remains in place to this day.
A few weeks later, they resumed construction. It wasn't long before they reached Arlesdale itself and began laying down the extension to the mine. This took them through the heart of the town and past a rather eerie house. But that is a story for another day.
An eerie house? Okay, I wasn't expecting this episode to go like that, especially with the cow. I expected something to happen, but I expected a derailment, not a head-on collision with the cow. And I'm still convinced that was the cow in the background of the previous episode. But this is also a nice introduction to the Arlesdale engines, because, like I said earlier on in the video, I know absolutely nothing about them. Aside from, like, what I've seen from fans online. Like the Ghost of Albert, Ghost of the Mines. I forgot the name of that video. I think it was from Train Lover. I can't remember off the top of my head. But just to put it simply, I don't know like a full amount about the Arlesdale Railway or its engines. That's just about it. But I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to this, and I'm sorry it's been so long since I've posted a Stories of Sodor episode. It's just, I've had a lot on my plate lately, hence why there haven't been really any uploads in quite a while. But I'm going to try and get back on a normal schedule again, now that things have started to calm down quite a bit, but it might still fluctuate from time to time. So if you guys enjoyed this video and expect to see more in the future, subscribe, like this video, and you'll see more from me in the future. But as of for now, we're sending off this video, and I'll see you all in the next video.